G'day everyone, Buck up in far north Queensland. Guess what? Ros and I bought another caravan. Just after I said, you'll never see Buck in another caravan, don't listen to me ever again. I've gone and bought another caravan. I think we're going to be happy with this one. We recently went on a camping trip down south into the cold in the camper trailer, had a wonderful time, but at the end of it, when the weather started turning nasty, Ros and I looked at each other and went, why are we still roughing it in our 60s? Like, honestly. And I agree with Ros. I said, yeah, come on. If we want to go away for a few weeks, let's do it in a bit of comfort and that. Have a toilet, have a shower, all that type of stuff. When the weather's shit, be able to just go in, lock the door, put the TV on, lie in bed and get out of the bad weather instead of trying to hide away in a rooftop tent or an Oz tent or whatever like that. The camper trailer, we still love it. That'd be fantastic for weekends away, but for big long trips, especially when the weather's not nice, I don't know, we're not young anymore, guys, so hope you understand why we've gone and bought another caravan. Having a toilet is the big thing. Having a toilet at night, especially for the ladies, and I've gone on about that heaps of times. So anyway, we got a second-hand Jayco Journey Outback. We went down to Mackay, bought it off a guy, and we got it at a fairly good price too, I think. It's in very, very good condition. We got it at a good price, which leaves you some money up your sleeve then to do a few modifications to it. This thing's already got some good stuff that he's already done to it, like the lithium batteries, which I'll talk about soon. But when you buy a new Jayco Journey Outback, they come with nothing, guys. Don't even come with an off-road DO35 hitch. This one's got one. And it's just all extra on top. I'm still going to have to spend a bit of money on this caravan to get it where I want, and I'll tell you everything got planned for it. But when you get it second hand, hopefully all the issues have been ironed out by the previous owner. And the guy down at Mackay and his wife really, really looked after this caravan. And he said, mate, we're retired now, and he said, we're upgrading. We're getting another Jayco, he said, a bigger Jayco. So you can tell that they've really looked after this caravan, and I'm really happy with it. So is Ros. But there's a few little things we're going to do to it to make it even better caravan, so we can do some decent trips away now, you know, 2 and 3 weeks. As I said, camper trailer, fantastic, love it. Good for weekenders and that, but for big long trips, especially when it's shit weather, we're at the age now where I think we'll be happy with this caravan. I did some research to get where I'd got with the last caravan, and I got it wrong. I got to admit, guys, there were some good things about that caravan, and there's some other things that I didn't like. This one, we've got a bigger and lighter caravan. This is a 17.5-foot Jayco Journey Outback, and it's about 300 kilos lighter than the 15-foot Jawa Sirocco. So it's a bigger and lighter caravan. I got a bit claustrophobic in the old van, I must admit. I felt like after 6 months living in it, down in Tassie and Victoria and that, and the weather wasn't real good, I was like a caged rat. I just thought, but this is a bigger van, it's not as crampy inside, and it did my head in. I said to Ros, I can't live in this caravan any longer, it's doing my head in. I felt like a caged rat, as I said. This one's a lot bigger inside, better layout, going to give you a look around the outside, give you a look at the inside, and then we're going to go through and let you know some of the future plans I've got for this caravan as far as modifications go. And as I said, if you've got any great ideas, put them down in the comment section, and let us know. Righto, we'll start at the front, and just as I turn the camera on, the Stuka dive bombers come out of the clouds. He said, Buck's down there recording, I'm going to piss him off. I'll keep going. It's Monday morning, guys. There's lots of things happen. Bloody crop dusters and all that type of stuff come out Monday mornings. So anyway, 2017 Jayco Journey Outback. And the first thing that old mate has done is already put a DO35 hitch on, which is fantastic. He's also got a reverse camera there, which I've got to work out how to use. He's also put a tap on the drawbar, which is handy for filling the billy up, or if you know, want to ball the billy outside, wash your hands, all that type of stuff. Jerry can holder on the front. There's also something there, I guess a tie down point as well, where I can put a table, tie a table down on there. Now, you're probably thinking, just a normal old Alco jockey wheel. Don't worry, that is being changed very shortly, guys. Now, the thing I like about the 2017 model, the new Jayco Journey Outbacks have got a tunnel boot over here. This one here's got the front boot, and I love this. There's my first mod, guys. The Mrbuckaroonie sticker. She's on already. Hang on, open him up properly. Here's the front boot, or trunk as Mike Blakely would say. We call it trunk a boot, mate, for some reason. I don't know how we come up with that. 2 9-kilo gas bottles at the front. And over here, there's so much room in here. Now, you don't want to load your front boot up with too much heavy stuff, I guess. Just going to increase your tow ball weight. But at the moment, the tow ball weight's way less than what I had on the Chinese van that I had. So 2 9-kilo gas bottles. I've got my Sea Gear mat over here in the corner. I've got a clear top bag here with my wheel chocks in. I've got another clear top bag here with my 15 amp leads, etc. The baby Mrbuckaroonie there with the pizza stone and all that type of stuff. My camp oven, my wok, my damper bowl, an air fryer. Yes, back to my air fryer, guys. I love that thing. And obviously your hose and your sullage hose and all that, jack, all your winders and that for your Alco wheels. And I've still got room in there, plenty of room for some more clear top bags, and put my drill, things like the drill, because I'm going to need my drill soon, because I've got some Boss 370 jockey wheel and the Boss 370 legs coming to replace the Alco legs. So they are on order. They should be here October, November. So I am upgrading to the Boss 370 legs and the front wheel. I'm not getting the wheel, I'm just getting the platform there. I rate those things. You use your drill. If you see my old channel, you know what I'm talking about. You'll see the Boss 370 legs in action. The good thing about those, guys, you can level the caravan. You can even jack it up to change a wheel. They're Aussie made, and you cannot do that with your normal stabilizer legs on your caravan. The Boss 370, you can get those wheels off the ground, change your wheels, just using your drill to jack it up. So they're on the way. So I got the front boot. I love that. I love that about this caravan. I've got so much more storage area in there. My Snow Peak fire pit can go in there as well, because it's flat. I'll just put that up there, and I've got room for some more clear top bags with just some light stuff and that in there. So the front boot is a beauty. Got windows at the front there, so they open up, and that's where the beds are. We've got single bunks in here, which are single beds, sorry, not single bunks. So I can open the window up if you're not on aircon. Open that up, it's got fly screen, and we can have some fresh air coming in where the beds are. So there's 2 windows at the front there. It's a pop top, as you can see. Why? Because I cannot get a full-size caravan. I can't even get the pop top in there. But a full-size caravan won't fit in the carport, guys. It had to be a pop top. That was a non-negotiable thing. The pop top, it had to be a pop top, and we got one, as you can see there. Righto, we'll work our way around. The other thing I hated about the Chinese van was the flimsy bloody awnings that come on them. We lost ours in a gust of wind, and it broke. The winder broke on it anyway. Just cheap, nasty garbage. This has got a proper, I think it's a Carefree brand. Nice and easy to pull out. Nice thick vinyl there, and look at the size of the legs. Okay, and the legs can go back to the caravan, or you can put them down. So just a far better awning on these caravans here. So on the outside, we've got speakers inside and outside. We've got a TV port here. We've got 12-volt cigarette plug on the outside there. A couple of 240-volt plugs there. And I'll show you this thing here I like. I'll just get the keys off the bench, guys. Give you a sneaky look inside. There you go. We'll go in and have a look soon, eh? So it's got like, I don't know if that's crim mesh or whatever. Well, one thing I do like about this here is this fold down table. And this is going to be brilliant. Come down. Righto, trying to do everything one here. So, nice table there, and the good thing is, if I want to cook outside, which I do like doing, if it's nice weather and we're on 240 volts, or I can crank the inverter up when I get one put in, The little air fryer can go on there, the induction cooker can go on there, and we can run it off 240 volts, so we can still cook outside. Induction top, which I'm not a fan of, but I've got a little single one. Could come in handy if you're down and it's really windy rather than cooking with gas. The air fryer there, and as I said, I've also got the baby Mrbuckaroonie to cook outside as well. So I've got that option there. Dual axle, and underneath is your Jayco 2.0 trailing arm suspension. So it is independent suspension, it's not leaf sprung or anything, guys. It's got off-road, the Outbacks come with a checker plate at the bottom and do have off-road suspension. So you can take these things off-road. That's what the Journey Outbacks are designed to go on, dirt roads and that. Obviously I wouldn't go doing the telly track or anything with it, but if I want to go on bloody gravel roads and all that, it's got the off-road suspension to do that. 280 litre water tanks underneath in case I forget. People will say it's not enough water for off-grid. Well, maybe not. It's enough for me and Ros. The camper trailer's got 280s and that's always done us. Even for 3 weeks, it's done us. Just got to watch how long you have your showers for, I guess. So great awning there. Really easy to pull out. That light there works on and off, I've noticed. Down the back, not much going on down the back, but what I'm thinking of doing here is that back bumper bar there, maybe get a couple of jerry can type storage tool bins put on. So maybe I can go to a local fabrication place, or if anyone knows of a brand of toolbox or something, storage containers that I can bolt onto that back bumper just to put some light stuff in, like light little camping trailer or camping table or something like that. Another Mrbuckaroonie sticker there. So if anyone knows of a brand of a toolbox that's designed to go on those rear bumpers, let me know please. I'd like the jerry can size ones that you can open up and use as storage box and that. I think that'd go really well there. On the other side, I'm not walking down there because the green ants have already taken a shine into it. That's where your toilet and all that type of stuff is an outside light, and nothing else changes on the other side. It's got a hot water, obviously. It's got a hot water system in there, which is fantastic. So that's about it for the outside. There's nothing special there. The big mod on the outside is the Boss, these Alco legs are going and the Boss 370s are going on. So I've already spoken to Bronwyn at Boss 370. She's put the order in for me. 4 500mm jockey legs, and also the or stabilizer legs I should say, and the jockey stand at the front, which all operates off my Ryobi drill. And as I said, the legs are that strong, you can actually jack the van up off the side. So if we're ever on uneven ground, I can always level the van up using the Boss 370 legs. Or what you do is, if you've got your air conditioner running, you jack it up a little bit more this side so that the water from the air conditioner runs down over the offside. Now, some of the other modifications I'm going to do here, and this one's a pretty simple mod that I'll be doing myself. If I'm camping somewhere and I've got the western sun hitting the arse end of that van, or the offside of the van, or even the front of the van, what I'm going to do is buy some sail track from Bunnings with a 7.5mm bead, Sikaflex it on to the roof there. So I don't know how, let's say that's 2.5 meters up there. I'll put some channel on up there, Sikaflex it on, so I'm not drilling into the roof or anything, just Sikaflex it on, and then I buy the appropriate size shady gear wall, so I can put a shady gear wall down the back and keep the sun off the back of the caravan. Probably put a 4 meter one on that side, sail track up on the roof, shady gear wall in, which are really light and easy to use, down to a couple of bungee straps, and keep the sun off the western sun or whatever off the side of the caravan. Obviously got the awning this side, and I can do the same thing at the front where the beds are. If the sun's belting in on here, I'll have some sail track Sikaflexed up here, so before I pop the roof, I'll throw the little piece of Velcro in that goes into the sail track, Velcro on the shady gear wall. It's got a 2 meter drop, it'll come down to about here, down to a couple of bungee cords, and that keeps the sun off the front of the van. So I can keep the sun off all 4 sides of the van just by Sikaflexing on some sail track with a 7.5mm bead, And then I just ordered the appropriate size shady gear wall with the sail track runner, and Bob's your uncle. Righto, you all want to see inside, especially the ladies, I suppose. I'll turn the lights on. One thing I like about here, we got lights at the push of the thing off there. Lights. So let's go in. So this is a Jayco 17.58, so 17.5 foot, I think that stands for. 0.9, and the 0.9 is for single beds. The 0.8 has got a like an island bed in the middle. Ros and I wanted the single beds. Have a look how much room that creates here. And you're probably thinking, oh no, you sleep together and all that. Well, who cares? Because the good thing is, if I need a tinkle at night, I can get out of bed, step in the middle, and come down and have a tinkle without having a... In the Sirocco, I used to have to bounce my way across the bed to get out of bed, wake Ros up. So now we've got single bunks there, or single beds I should say. Plenty of storage under the beds too. They're all on gas struts. There is storage under the beds. And speaking of storage, we've got plenty of it. Have a look at all the cupboards around here. There's plenty of storage. All these cupboards, we can hang. I've got a few shirts already hanging up in there on coat hangers. Couple more drawers down here. Power plug there. Before I forget to say it, one thing I don't like about this van so far is there's no USBs in here, but I'm going to sort that out. I'll get an auto elect to throw some USBs around inside so we can charge our phones and everything. But over here we've got light switches. Oh, that one's off. That one's for underneath there. And this one here, I've got a blue light. Hit it again. Oh, sorry, blue light. Hold it on, and it goes white and then off. So I've got blue, white light there. More storage up here, so I can put my camera gear or whatever up in that one. There is just, and the pop top is a lot easier on this. To get the front of the Sirocco van up, you had to lie on the bed and use your legs to push it up. These are like, I don't know, they're not, I don't know if they're, no, they're not assisted. It's like a lever assisted, and it makes it a lot easier. So Ros will be able to pop the roof up a lot easier instead of lying on her back and pushing up with her legs. More storage up there, so I can put my gear along in here. Ros puts her stuff in the overhead lockers there. More storage there. Storage under the beds for our winter gear or whatever. If we're going away and it's going to be cold, we put our jumpers, some extra blankets and that. Store that under there. Now, the sofa area, the lounge area, really, really good. I've got so much more room here than I had in the Sirocco. I was just cramped in behind the table in that thing. Underneath there's two 100 amp Sentry Pro lithium batteries. So I've got 200 amps of lithium under there, guys, with a BM Pro battery management system. Okay, so when I'm plugged into 240, that management system will keep the Sentry lithium batteries, which are apparently Australian made. I think they're Australian assembled, not Australian made. And they got a 5-year warranty. They're only 12 months old. So old mate who had the caravan before me already put the lithium system in there. Okay. Over here, one thing he hasn't done is he hasn't put the solar through the BM Pro management system. He's got a Victron here. So I've got a 200 watt solar panel on the roof. And that Victron at the moment will be putting power into the batteries, and I've got that Bluetooth to my phone so I can see how much power is going in and all that type of stuff. Got a monitor here, tells me how my water tanks are going, tells me how the battery's going. Hot water system, flicker the switch there when I'm on 240 or gas. Okay, I can run the hot water, so we're going to have a hot shower on gas or 240, and obviously a battery isolator there. As I said on my live feed, I don't know how big this, it's a Thetford, I think it's 153 litre maybe. We've got a freezer at the top, so we can have frozen veggies and ice cream or whatever now. And a nice big fridge down there for our food. For some water and all that. It's just starting to rain outside now. I'll see if there's any holes in the roof. Now you're probably thinking, that fridge doesn't run off the batteries. It's a three-way fridge. It runs off either gas, 240 volts. Obviously, if you're on 240, I'll run it on 240. It's got an auto setting there. It will automatically, if you're on 240, it'll run off 240. If you're off 240 and your gas is turned on, it will run off gas. It won't run off 12 volts while you're off grid. Okay, it's either gas or 240, but it will run off your alternator of your car. When you're driving along, okay, that 12 volts will keep the fridge running while you're driving. So there's three ways you can keep that fridge going. While you're driving, 240 or gas. And from all reports, that fridge lasts a hell of a long time, and I'm talking weeks, on a 9 kilo gas bottle. So yep, we can go off grid, which means those batteries there have only got to power the water pump and the LED lights and that. So you don't need a massive amount of lithium. If your fridges are running off your batteries, absolutely you'll need more lithium, but I think 200 is going to be enough for us. And it'll charge up a lot quicker too. I'm going to get an external solar Anderson plug put in, so I'll have 200 amps on the 200 watts on the roof, and I can run an external solar panel as well, probably 200 watt portable solar panel. So if I'm parked in the shade, I can run a portable solar panel out. So I've got to get an Anderson plug put on, external Anderson plug, and that'll be hooked in through the Victron. And if, you know, I can run up to 400 watts of solar if I need to there. So now this is the thing we like, especially Ros guys, separate toilet and shower. So we've got a nice little bathroom down the back here. There's our Thetford toilet. It's got the normal cassette on the outside. It's not a composting toilet or whatever. 240 in here, lights, more overhead storage, towel racks, toilet paper, more storage in here. And here's our shower in there, so we're going to have a hot shower if we need to. If we're at a caravan park, you use their shower. If you're off grid and you're feeling a bit grimy, you can jump into the shower. And the good thing is, if you have a shower in there, it's just got a shower curtain. He took the door off because the door used to rattle and it was a bit heavy, so just a shower curtain. And the good thing is, if you have a shower there now, you're not getting water all over the bloody toilet. You used to have to chamois off the toilet if you had a shower in the Sirocco, because it was a combined toilet. We've got a separate toilet and shower there, so which is good. So over here to our kitchen, plenty of kitchen cupboards, all our knives, forks and all that type of stuff. I've already started bombing it up. Up here's all my brew gear, my cups and everything. I'm going to try and keep as much stuff in bags as I can so it doesn't rattle around if we're on a rough road or whatever. A little pop-up kettle there, just for saving room. And over here, salt, pepper, tea, coffee, tea bags, all that type of stuff. Little kick-ass bags there. Got a sink there with hot and cold flowing water so we can wash up. That's important when you're out camping, and being able to wash your cups and that up properly. So we've got a sink there if we need to. Hot and cold water. And we've also got drinking water. We've got a filter under the sink there. So that is filtered drinking water, which is good to know. So over to here, that's old mate's chopping board that he left on there for us. So we've got an electric plate there and 3 gas. So if we want to make a brew inside, we can. Okay, if the weather's shithouse outside, we can still crank the gas stove up and make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at night. Got a grill there, probably can't see us using that much. Grill there, and a little microwave down the bottom, which is good for heating up your food and all that type of stuff. In here, I've got a little chopping board, my single induction cooker top there for outside, if I want to cook on induction outside, if it's really windy or whatever. I'm not a fan of induction, guys, but it's there in case we need it. And it should be arriving today. This caravan came with a TV, but it was an older model one, like just an... We've got a smart TV coming from Aussie Traveller today. Hopefully it'll turn up today with Ken the Postie and a travel bag to go with it. So we'll have a nice smart TV to sit on there, so Ros can watch a Netflix and a Tipping Point and all those shows that she likes. And we've got Starlink Mini. I bought Starlink Mini the other day, so that's going, if we go away for a long time, crank up Starlink Mini for a month and unlimited, link it to the smart TV, and when you finish, you just take it off, put it in the padded travel bag, throw it under the pillow or whatever. So that's the inside of the caravan, everyone. I'll get back here. It's just so much roomier than our last caravan. It really is. The single bunks, Ros and I wanted single bunks. We got them. I think it's a great idea. Like, just being able to get out of bed. They're really comfy little beds too, just quietly. Rafa said, that's my bed there, everyone. He said, Dad's going to put a blanket there. And he said, I can jump off the end of Dad's bed, straight on here. And Raf sleeps down here at my feet. He likes being near me. So he can jump off here. If I start kicking and tossing and turning, he just jumps down on there. So Raf sleeps in the van with us, obviously. And the good thing is, Ros needs a tinkle at night and it's raining. We don't have to get down from a rooftop tent anymore. Ros doesn't have to use the King's portable toilet or whatever. I don't have to go out and use a tree. We can just roll out of bed and walk down the back of the van to the separate toilet down here. I don't know if I'm a total fan of the colour scheme in here. It looks a little bit dated maybe, but hey, at the end of the day, it's functional, it works. And I'm not one of these people that goes on about colours and all that. I've got a Truma air conditioner, in case I bloody didn't tell you already. A little bit noisy, the old Trumas. Apparently the new ones are very quiet, but it's nice and cold, but it can get a little bit noisy when it cycles and that, but hey, who cares? You've got to have aircon up here in far north Queensland. All your LED lights up here. Another LED light there, and a smoke alarm there, and that's your antenna winder. I don't know if we'll need that when we've got the smart TV, but you can wind your antenna up and point it in the right direction. So the room here, I don't know if it'll come up on the GoPro, but the room is really, really good. I really like it. And as I said, the Victron for the solar, I've got an external Anderson plug going in there. Does not have an inverter. I've got the van booked in on Friday to an auto elec. He's going to have a look at everything for me, and we're going to make a list of what we need, which inverter to get, and also a DC. It doesn't have a DC charge, so I'm going to put a DC charger in, and also a 2000 watt inverter. Probably get a kick-ass inverter. I'll get Gary to have a look at it, but that'll probably go under there, and it'll have a remote panel up here. The kick-ass inverter probably have a remote panel, so I can turn the inverter on here by the push of a button, and that will activate all the, so if we're off grid, all the 240 volt switches, we can charge our phones and all that. Going to try and look at getting some USB chargers and that put beside there if I can from the auto elec, so we've got plenty of USB charging, USB-C and all that. And I might even look at getting one of those remote kick-ass panels maybe mounted here and have extra charging ports, cigarette ports and all that type of stuff there. So we'll see how we go. I've already put a few little fusion locks up for hanging hats and all that type of stuff. More fusion locks under here. They're fantastic, available from Bunnings. These fusion locks just for hanging our keys and all that type of stuff there. Towel racks, all that type of stuff. Probably install the TV if it turns up today. We'll get the TV up and running. We'll come out, put the TV in, probably get Starlink going and get that all working. So if we go away for a week, whatever, want to go down to Bowen for a week soon, so we've got TV to watch, and we can just put the little Starlink out, and Ros can watch TV and that while we're out camping. So, you know, at night time, rather than just sitting around and thing, Ros can come in and watch all her game shows and all that. She loves watching all that type of stuff. And I can watch the bloody Cowboys in the semi-finals. How good will that be? We're pretty happy with that. This is the layout. This is the exact layout Ros and I wanted, and we've got it. And the good thing is, I sit down here now, I've got room to sit. Ros can sit here, I can sit here, we can have dinner if it's not yucky weather, have our dinner in here at a table without my knees hitting everything, and there was no room in the last caravan. So much more room now. We've got a larger caravan with a lot more space inside, and it's 300 kilo lighter, roughly, than our last caravan, and certainly a lot less tow ball weight. So at the moment, we're really, really happy with it. So there you go, everyone. There's a quick look at our new, well, not our new second-hand Jayco Journey Outback, 17.5 foot, 17.58-9 for the single. -9 means it's got single bunks, which is what we wanted. Mods coming, Boss 370, stabilizer legs, Boss 370, jockey wheel up the front, some bloody channel up here so I can run some shady gear walls to keep the sun off the other three sides of the caravan, 2000 watt inverter going in, a DC charger, and some USB ports. That's about all we've got to do to that. And because we picked it up second hand, it frees up a bit of cash to be able to do that, rather than that van now, the Jayco Journey Outback, is about 65 new, and it doesn't come with anything. You've got to put lithium batteries in, you've got to put a DO35 in. Reverse camera, it came with a reverse camera, this one, so that's another thing that he put on there, which will come in handy. And I love the fact now I've got a proper awning down at Mrbuckaroonie. Couldn't put our awning out on the Sirocco, those flimsy little Chinese awnings, couldn't put it out. All the Aussie vans got their awnings out, didn't care. Couldn't, just so many places down in Victoria from the wind and that, we couldn't put our other awning out. Obviously everything's got its limits, but these things will take a lot more wind than those little wind out Chinese awnings with the flimsy little bloody legs. Look at the legs on these, 3 times the size, so they can take a little bit of punishment. Anyway, let me know what you reckon in the comment section, everyone. That's our new van. Yeah, we've got a few little things we want to do to it, but as it stands at the moment, we can jump in that now, fill the water tanks up, and go camping. Okay, yep, I've got to put an inverter in. If we want to go off grid, yep, I'm going to put an inverter and all that type of stuff in, but that's all coming. That'll all happen in the next couple of months, okay? Maybe a couple of little lightweight aluminium storage bins on the back there that don't cover up the number plate. We'll see how we go there. Put a comment down, let me know what you reckon. I know there's a few people out there that own a Jayco or a Jayco Journey Outback and have said, Buck, we're really happy with our Jayco, and that's good to hear. I listened to too many horror stories the first time. Jayco, this is the exact van Ros and I looked at a couple of years ago, and we got people turned us off getting Jayco, and I've a lot of other people now saying they love their Jayco. So anyway, we've got one now and we're going to make it work for us. Lots of good adventures ahead, hopefully. We'll see how we go. All right, be good, take care. We'll catch you again soon, eh? And you'll see us out camping, probably in Bowen. Our first camp up in this. We'll show you some of the beautiful bays and beaches around Bowen. You beauty.